Senna House Buyers, from our family to yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Sam Craven. I'm with Senna House Buyers, and I'm here today with Martha and Lucy, and we just closed on the purchase for their home, and Martha was nice enough to allow me to come into her home while she was moving and interview about her experience about working with Senna House Buyers. So Martha, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So Martha, I just want to ask you a few questions,
Mm-hmm.
and the first question is going to be, how did you first hear about Senna House Buyers?
Well, that's very interesting because I got a letter in the mail. It was so long ago, I don't even know how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even considering selling my house at that time.
Yeah.
But I kept the letter because I was impressed by it, and that's how I heard about it.
What was it about the letter that impressed you?
I just sensed some genuineness there. Is that a word?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And you had also referenced your website, so I went and checked out the website.
Okay.
I was impressed with that.
Okay.
I like the idea of the father and son team working together. And so when I got ready to see if I could sell my house, you were the first ones I called.
Well, I really appreciate that. So, as you started the process of working with us, what was your biggest concern?
My biggest concern wasn't really a concern of mine so much.
Okay.
But I had mentioned to a friend who's in home construction, remodeling, and so on, that I was looking at trying to sell my home through an investor.
Mm-hmm.
And he cautioned me that they're very cutthroat.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that, and I certainly didn't feel it after I met you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, and the friend of yours is certainly right. You know, there are a few investors in this industry that can be a little cutthroat and kind of can give the rest of us a bad name. There's certainly a lot of us in town that run very reputable businesses, but then you do need to be careful about who you talk to and doing your homework on the company, which it sounds like you did. So that's really good. So describe in your own words what it felt like working through the process with us.
Great.
That's a good word, yeah.
Like I said, I was impressed when I first met you, and then every time you would come by after to measure, show the house to your dad, whatever, I was just more impressed because you offered to help me with things.
Yeah, I think we paid for we're going to be paying for half your move.
Half the moving expenses. It's just the more we got into the process, I just was in awe with how much you will work with your client. And in fact, I told friends and relatives that, after each time you were here and something else came up, it's just like, who are these guys? It was so awesome.
Well, I appreciate that. That's really what we work hard to do.
Well, you're doing a good job.
I appreciate it. It's like you said, some people have concerns about working with investors, and there's certainly pros and cons about selling to an investor versus selling on the MLS or going through some other method. But one of those things where Senna House Buyers really likes to work hard is on our customer relationships and the way we handle all the little things that come up as we go through this complicated process. Do everything we can to make it easy on the customer. So I really appreciate that. I'm glad our efforts are paying off. So as you're working through this process, were there any big surprises, or was there anything that came up that you were not aware of that I guess came as a surprise to you?
I guess the the biggest surprise was the moving expense.
Yeah.
Helping with the moving expense. Your letter had referenced that I would have no closing costs.
Right.
So I, knew that in advance. So that wasn't a surprise, but it was very.
It was a good surprise then.
But it was very beneficial to me.
Good.
And the fact that I wasn't working through a realtor, there were no realtor fees.
Right.
I know, So on my side, my only expense for closing was the prorated property tax.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, on that note, I think when we originally went under contract, we had written the contract out for 45 days, a 45-day close. And we wound up, oh, hello, thank you, Lucy. And I don't remember exactly how fast we closed, but I think it was something around 25 days.
That's pretty close,
yeah. I think it was somewhere around 25 days because you had wound up picking your own closing date. We closed when you wanted to, and that was so we could, you could go out and find a new home, right?
That I could get mine.
Yeah. And actually, as we were sitting here in your kitchen, I'm actually the homeowner of the property, and we leased it back to you
Right.
to allow you to move.
Yes, at a minimal expense.
Right. Yeah, very fair. So that's something good to be said. Is we don't when we do our lease backs for our home buyer or home sellers, we don't look to make any money off of it. We just need to cover our expenses for that time. So we did a lease back for you for 10 days.
Right.
And you're going to be moving here pretty soon, right?
Yeah, they're gonna pack me up in 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, pack you up. Yeah, so you'll be out Monday or Tuesday next week, right?
I'll be in my new home Monday.
That's right. So now that you've sold your house, you're all packed up. What are your plans now? Where are you heading off to?
I am headed out to the hill country.
Yeah.
And everybody I say that to says, "Oh, I'm so jealous." And I am looking forward to kicking back and enjoying my retirement.
Well, Martha, it's been a pleasure working with you. I'm also jealous that you're moving out to the hill country. My wife and I got married out there and just love that part of the world. So
I haven't found anyone who doesn't.
That's true.
It's just beautiful.
It is. It is. So, Martha, thanks again for taking the time to talk with me this morning.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And for those of you who are watching this video, and you're on the fence about giving us a call, I hope this testimony has swayed you in some way. And if you would either pick up the phone or fill out the form on our website, and we look forward to hearing from you.